Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brett Heineck, physical
And
therapist.
together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion,
Of course, yes.
So what about the dumbbells, Bob?
Well, we got a request. We were doing some strengthening with TheraBand, with the stretch band, and someone asked, if we could show a strengthening program with dumbbells.
Sure.
We comply. When
You
people
bet.
ask, we
Absolutely.
we answer.
We serve.
Yes.
So, yeah, and we talked about this a little bit just recently, how we should do this, and we thought we'd do it in two videos. One, while you're standing, some exercises you can do with the dumbbells for your arms and shoulders standing, and then we'll do one for, actually we're going to throw some legs in there too, some strengthening there, and then we'll do one either on a bench or using an exercise ball. So we'll start
Sounds
with the
good.
standing exercise.
All right, which one do we want to start with, Brad?
Well, I was thinking we'll start with, might as well start at the wrist.
Okay.
Okay, just a simple exercise for the wrist. And now you can do this with wrist flexion, working the wrist flexors.
And obviously you can do this one sitting too.
Yeah,
You can do this one
right.
either way.
I like to do this one next to the table so you have something to rest your arm on. But
Sure.
it's not necessary. You could do it like this to support the wrist. And then you want to put the wrist over and do the opposite muscle group.
And that's
Like
the
that.
extensors.
Right. And for all these we're talking about, we're going to talk about repetitions. Ideal 3 sets of 10. You could go higher, 3 sets of 15 or more, but I would definitely not go more than 3 sets of 20. You're working in endurance, but I think you're getting the repetitive motion stuff there.
And what about the weight, Brad? How much weight? These are 3 pounds.
Right, these are 3.
This is 3.3 pounds. That's 1.5 kilograms.
Right. It's going to vary depending on obviously the person. If you've
Right.
got someone who's got those big forearms, they might need to go up to some 15, 20 pound
Right.
possibly. If you're a petite person or small, it does not work out much, you're going to start out with 1, 2 or 3 pounds possibly.
Would you assume that this is probably for a lot of people who are just trying to do overall toning? This is probably not for serious weight loss,
Right,
I wouldn't think.
exactly. Yep.
So,
You want to do something to get moving a little stronger, but not to power lift.
why don't I take biceps, Brad?
Sure.
So biceps, you can do it a number of ways actually, but the bicep, if you want to do it right, the bicep actually turns the forearm this way and then comes up.
Sure.
So if you want to start with the hand kind of facing backwards, and then you turn it and then come up, and then go down it like that, that's the actual action of the bicep. So, and again, good posture, and
Yeah, because sometimes what I'll do with people in the clinic, depending on what muscle, I'll say thumb up. That's working
Sure,
brachioradialis,
yeah.
or palm down.
sure.
That's a little usually not quite as comfortable, or just palm up. But I like the combination what you brought up there.
And yeah, you can mix it up. You can do different versions here. That's
Yeah.
get some of that muscle confusion going, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, tricep. Standing up, I don't like to do the tricep because the only way I know how to do the tricep to isolate it is to do this overhead and to do this. And you can do it, it does isolate the tricep some, but it also puts a lot of stress on your shoulder right here.
You're going to find that we never like to really do arm exercises above shoulder.
Overhead, yep,
Overhead.
it puts the impingement
Unless you're
syndrome in.
pulling down,
Right,
no problem.
yeah.
So, the other tricep would be this way, Brad. Just
Sure,
lay on the
you
table. And just, the tricep extends the arm, extends the elbow, so this is an easy one to do, and
You
this
bet.
actually isolates pretty well.
Yeah, and see Bob has his weight supported
Yeah,
on the
keeping my
table
back
here, so it's
really
not
straight.
Right.
So, we have
Okay.
shoulder shrugs too, Brad.
Yep, shoulder shrugs, you take 2 weights, and good posture, you're not gonna be slouching, good posture, and shoulders to the ears. So it's gonna look like this.
And you can probably use shoulders up and then back too, don't
Yeah,
you,
you
Brad?
bet, absolutely.
This is a great posture
Yeah,
exercise.
that's a good observation, Bob, and good option there. Up and back and down. Yeah, that's a
We like
excellent.
people doing those anyway, even without weights. So.
Right, exactly.
Then shoulder flexion and abduction. So
Okay.
for flexion, probably thumb up, right?
Both
Oh yeah.
arms.
Well, you can do both at the same time, or you're gonna go one?
Oh, I was thinking for, yeah, sure.
Oh, for abduction, yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
So this is
and
shoulder
again,
flexion.
yeah, flexion,
technically.
we're just going right up to the level.
And this one, you're gonna wanna keep your thumb up,
Yeah.
as opposed to show them the wrong way to do it, Bob.
Well, this way would be the wrong way to do
Yeah,
it.
it puts your shoulder at risk for injury with you doing that.
Definitely like this.
Yeah, we don't wanna do that. So thumb is up.
Thumb is up on this
Yeah.
one. You can do both.
And how high do you not want to go, Bob?
Well, we don't want to go any higher than, yeah, we don't want to go any higher than this.
Right.
We don't want to be up in this range here.
You can go higher, but again, it puts your shoulders more at risk for injuries. So
So same with the abduction, thumb up, or does not matter as much?
I think thumb up that way too. And again, staying, we call this 90 degrees in therapy, the 90 degrees abduction. You can go
Right
higher, but
angle.
again, it puts more stress on the shoulder, impingement between the acromion and the greater tubercle of the humerus. You don't need to know all that, but it just may cause you shoulder pain there.
And you'll find with this, because you have a small muscle lifting a long lever arm, you don't need much weight on these. This is actually a workout for me. It'll be enough weight for me.
Right, and you lift weights.
And I lift weights, right.
Bob's got pretty long arms, so the lever is really long.
It's not working to my benefit, so. All right, then we were gonna, anything else coupled for the upper extremity, Brad? I think we were gonna go to the lower extremity on now.
Right, yep.
Okay. Lower extremity squats, basically just taking some weight, and I don't know, I like to turn my legs out a little bit. I squat easier that way. And I'm just basically keeping my back as straight as possible.
Right. Wide base.
Wide base, yeah, athletic base.
Yep. At least shoulder width, or a little wider.
And you can go like this too.
Yep.
I'd have no problem with this, would you?
No.
With a little bit of posture.
I want to point out your posture. Go ahead, Bob. Go down again and hold it. Look at Bob's back. If you get the shirt out of the way, it's actually curved in. If you do it the incorrect way, Bob, so you're going to go down. Yeah, there you're really stressing your back. Not what you want to do. Again, correctly. Good. Okay. Nice work.
All right.
And then the lunges. Again, shoulders back, good posture. And you're going to come out. You may want to come down here. I want to show something with mechanics on this to be safe with your legs. So the back is strong. And then you're going to come forward.
This part stays level as much as you can.
Right.
If not level, upright.
If you drop a straight line down from here and it goes past your toe, that's too far.
It goes past the toe.
Yeah. So then you're going to go down like this and up. And this one, you're doing pretty good if you have weights on, because this is struggle with doing this.
Yeah.
It works your balance, it works your quads right here and in here, and you put weights on in your hands and you're doing well.
And generally I find that on the back one, you're on your toe, basically, you're on your forefoot, aren't you, Brad?
Right, exactly.
And that's the best way to understand that.
Yeah.
So I do those without weights.
Yeah.
I may start doing with weights, but they're enough to do without weights at this point.
Yeah, so it's here, and you're going to do again 3 sets of 10. After you do 10 on that leg, you do 10 on this leg. Then you're going to give it a little rest. If you want to be more efficient, you can do 10 of those, and then you can go to the arms and throw in 10 of the arms, and then go back to the legs.
Mix them up.
Yeah, it makes it a little interesting. Plus, it's a good way to be efficient and time-wise and whatnot. So, what do you think, Bob?
I think that should do it.
That covers it?
Yeah, we're cool.
Excellent. Good job with the dumbbells. Have fun.